Hey, Chris.
What's up?
Did you know my Adam's apple is all a big misunderstanding?
Huh?
Yeah, and other phrases have interesting origins as well.
Well, how about them apples?
All right, here we are. This is kind of an interesting show. This is sort of an introduction. Our introduction. Yeah?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
You could call it that.
That's Chris.
The one and only.
You're not going to introduce me?
Oh, this is Tony. I mean,
Oh, man.
I thought everybody knew who you were.
No,
You're like
brand
the
new.
Tony.
This is brand new. This is our introduction. And for introductions, our name, obviously you know it because you're here, you're watching the show, is Mad Apples. But we wanted to kind of talk to you about what Mad Apples was and where it came from.
Right.
Yeah. Because apples, Chris, apples are not necessarily everything you thought they were.
But they do keep the doctor away.
It's interesting. They do keep the doctor away. Yeah. Well, let's talk about a few things with some phrases, some interesting phrases. Now, like interesting origins of some phrases I thought were interesting.
Okay.
Like, for instance, let me just reel off real quick, by the way, how popular apples are, right? So we hear phrases like bad apple.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a bad apple.
I got a few of those.
You're a bad apple. We all know what that means. Okay, apple of your eye.
Yeah, I don't quite understand that one.
Yeah, I don't either. Adam's apple, we talked about that. So, Big Apple.
New York.
Apple pie order. That was not interesting. Upset the apple cart.
Never heard that one.
You never heard that one?
Uh-uh.
Upset the apple cart? Yeah, that's a phrase. I have heard that one. Now, there are other phrases I haven't heard, but that one I have heard. An apple a day keeps the doctor. So we talked about that.
Yeah.
In apple pie order. I don't get that one.
In apple pie order.
Yeah, I don't know.
I have no idea.
How about the apple doesn't fall far from the tree?
Yeah.
So lots of things about apples. Why do we pick mad apples, though? Yeah? And why do
Well, we pick mad apples because we're mad. And mad apples was available.
So apples is a reference when we talk about the phrase
how do you like them apples?
how do you like them apples? We looked it up. Yeah. And it's actually a World War I reference.
To some mortars that look like apple with a stick in it. And they were launching them, over at the enemy. And he's like, well, how do you like
them apples, boy?
Right.
So they're little bombs, little bombs sent out to excite or really explode things. But That's what we want to do in your brain. We want to drop some bombs on you and get things, percolating and going and being exciting.
But they don't taste as good as Red Delicious apples.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we bring some interesting stuff to you. But that's where, and the name's pretty versatile. But on that note, since we were looking up interesting phrases and things and where the origins came from, we just went ahead and looked up some other stuff, or I came across some things I thought were just mildly interesting. So in our introduction, I thought, we'll just share those as we explain what the show is about as an introduction.
Right.
Yeah, and so our show is about bringing you some entertaining perspectives on some things that you may not have realized or may not have understood. Like, for instance, if I said something about mythology isn't a myth. Boom! You're like, what?
It's like Mythbusters.
Yeah, so that's kind of a little nugget bomb, a bomb nugget, we drop on you. So that's kind of what the show's about. So we just did it. But let me go through here and talk about
Bomb nugget. I kind of like that.
Bomb nugget. Maybe we should have bomb nugget.
Right.
All right. So
bomb nuggets.
So here's one. We talked about apples, right? So we're going to move from apples into some other phrases, but let me read this to you and see if you can guess what the phrase really is.
All right.
I eat a apple avore going to bed, and you'll make the doctor beg his bread. What? What is that?
It sounds kind of similar to an apple a day keeps the doctor away.
You got it. That's it. An apple a day. It's like when I read that, I was like, "What the heck?"
Make the doctor beg his bread.
I was like, "Is that a different language? What is that?" Ate an apple before going to bed. I don't know. So I thought that was interesting. It's an apple a day. So that turned into somehow an apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Are they eating it at bedtime?
I don't know.
Huh.
Weird.
Interesting.
Okay, so anyway, I can't remember. So here was one. Gadzooks. Gadzooks!
Like the store?
It is a store, isn't it? But people use it. It's like an exclamation, right?
Yeah.
Gadzooks! It was actually from the late 17th century. It's an alteration of God's hooks.
God's hooks.
Yeah. The nails by which Jesus Christ was fastened to the cross. Oh, Gadzooks.
Wow.
Never
would have pegged that one.
I thought that was pretty crazy. Interesting.
Yeah.
So just, a whole new meaning when I hear the phrase Gadzooks now.
Right. I'm going to be thinking about Easter. Thanks.
Yeah, sorry. Here's one. Basket case. You know where that phrase they think comes from? Now
basket case.
Let me disclaim this. We didn't. These are not, written in stone. This is what people think, right? So that's one thing you can't really know for sure where this stuff. The etymology, like the study of where the origins of words. Anyways, but just putting that out there. But where basket case, a few different sources say the term came from.
Basket case. Like a
It's
case of food?
It's another
like a bushel?
It's another war reference.
Really?
Yeah, I kind of almost don't want to say it. It's it's a quadruple amputee.
Wow. Basket case.
I know. I almost didn't want to share that one, but I thought that was interesting.
That is interesting. Doesn't surprise me though.
Anyway, very interesting.
The world is a weird place.
How about the whole 9 yards?
It's a football thing, right?
That's what I thought. I was like, but why is it 9 yards and not 10?
Because you're already on the 1 yard. You've already got that 1
No,
yard
you don't,
rushing,
no.
and you're on the second down, and you got 9 more.
It has nothing to do with football. So in World War II, the fighter pilots were equipped with 9 yards of ammunition.
Oh, no kidding.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Isn't that cool? So when you said the whole 9 yards, which by the way, we did the Killer Clown show, and I said I got arrested, and it was the whole 9 yards, and you're like, well, did they handcuff you? I should have said, oh, I guess it was only 8 yards.
Right.
Anyway, that was after. So anyway, but the whole 9 yards is they used every bit of their ammunition.
That's awesome.
Very cool.
I like that.
Yes,
I like
that one was pretty cool. How about caught red-handed? We know what it means, right? But where did it come from?
Don't they like chop your hand off? Blood, maybe?
Well, I don't know the punishment. I didn't get into the punishment.
Red-handed.
But if you're caught red-handed, you're saying because if you're caught doing something,
like some cultures they used to cut your hand off.
Blood. Maybe the punishment, but that is not what it means. Several sources agreed or say that because you would get animals and you would butcher them to eat, right?
Yeah.
And if you took somebody else's animal and butchered it, you would get in trouble. Well, it was literally if they have blood on their hands from butchering the animals.
Close. So
That's
it's not your own blood. It's your neighbor's animal's blood.
That's where they say it comes from. How about bury the hatchet?
Where you kill somebody, right?
So when the Indians and Pilgrims got together in North America, the Indians would literally go bury their weapons in a treaty. Like they would bury them so they couldn't access them again.
Oh, no, that's not what I was thinking.
I know.
I was thinking like burying a hatchet in somebody's back.
And I'm sure
like
some of you
clown.
know all of these, or some of these, or various. Right. How about turn a blind eye? This one was pretty interesting.
Turn a blind eye.
Yeah.
Maybe if you have your one eye is blind and you like put that eye towards your friend.
What? You're pretty close, man. So Admiral Horatio Nelson. Horatio he's a British naval hero. He was blind in one eye, and so when he was sent word or he was signaled to stop bombing the Danish fleets, He put the telescope up to his blind eye and said, "I can't see them signaling me to stop." So he went on.
Nice.
He went on and obliterated them, and he was known as a war hero.
Nice.
So he turned them. But what's funny is that you turn a blind. So does turn a blind eye actually mean you don't pay attention and you keep doing something you're not supposed to do? I thought it was turn a blind eye. It's like, oh, you don't. Okay, yeah, that's right.
Like if you're dressed like a clown, I'm like,
you know,
turn blind eye.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go this way.
No, that's different. That's different. It's not you run away while I'm getting in trouble. It's you know something bad's going on, but you don't say anything about it.
Yeah, kind of the same thing. If I see you dressed as a clown.
No, I think that there's another phrase for that. I think it's called leaving a brother behind.
Leaving the scene
of a crime. So anyway, so I thought that was pretty interesting. So Mad Apples is a reference to the little nuggets, little bomb nuggets.
Mad Apples are eggplants.
Well, yeah, they are eggplants. So they're not your ordinary apple.
Right. They're not even an apple. They're mad apples.
They're mad apples.
Right.
Yeah.
And they're purple.
So by way of introduction,
They even have their own emoji.
Oh, they do. Eggplants do?
Yeah.
Well, how about them apples?
Right.
How about them mad apples?
And my dad used to say that all the time. How do you like them apples? Or how about
Oh,
them
yeah.
apples?
How do you like them apples? So, it's not a Goodwill Hunting reference. It's long before that. And it refers to...
Which came first, Goodwill Hunting or World War One?
World War One, I think. And let me check my facts.
Matt Damon.
So, yeah. Pretty interesting stuff. But that's who we are and what we are doing here. Bringing you some cool nuggets. Little bomb nuggets. Bomb nuggets. That hopefully are entertaining and have a unique perspective.
Right.
Yeah. And Adam's apple. It was a misunderstanding, they say, one explanation in the Hebrew language, that the word bump is very, very similar to the word apple in Hebrew. And it was just like one day,
Adam's bump?
Like maybe some guys over there like, what's that thing under your... so he was like maybe drunk or something.
It's my gizzard.
We do say goozle. So I saw the word goozle in reference to Adam's apple. Have you heard the word goozle?
No, never.
Goozle, they say maybe it has something to do with guzzle. Anyway, Adam's apple is a big misunderstanding.
I do know where the phrase wet your whistle comes from.
What's that?
The Irish. Top of the morning to you, lad. Comes from back in the day in the pubs, they had a whistle on their beer mug. So whenever their drink was empty, they would blow on the beer mug. And sometimes they'd have to lick their lips, and kind of to get the whistle going because signal for the winch.
I need more beer!
Bar winch! I need more drink!
And my whistle's broken. Oh, just wet it.
I got real Scottish on it.
Yeah. Cool. Interesting. Well, guys, thanks for checking us out, and hopefully you'll like some of the mad apples we bring to you in the future.
Bomb nuggets.
Yeah.
Come on back now, you hear?